Welcome to Indignified, the live feed. Look at that finger. A finger just going for you, man. Whoa. I'm CD, I'm your host. Just trying this out for a few minutes and we'll see how it goes. Okay. We're just going to try it. Now, I don't usually live in America, but when I do, I don't like it. So I'm just here in Honolulu, spending some time with my kid, letting her do some shopping, letting her, you know, go with her friend, do a little thrifting. But my day has also been doing that kind of thing. And I have to say that, the thing that I do love about America is the fact that there is so much stuff and it's so easy to get and you can buy it and sell it so easily. I mean, if you know the right way, for example, uh, last week, I was selling some stuff at the swap meet. I had some things in my storage unit. I was like, I don't need to keep these anymore. So I just went ahead and sold them. And then I was driving down the road and I saw this guy put a bunch of stuff out by the garbage that was it's like tools and like things that he didn't want in his garage. Some were rusty, some were not. I was like, oh, people would want these. So what did I do? I stopped. I asked him, I was like, hey, is this stuff like available to just take? And he's like, yeah, sure, take it. Sold that stuff at the swap meet. I mean, that's $50 from the side of the road, from the garbage. It was just going to go in the dumpster. And, I was just driving down the road and there it was. So that's one example. Another one is garage sales. Like other countries don't really have garage sales like we have garage sales in the US because we have so much stuff and because it's so undervalued and there's just so much of it. So there's some things you can do, when you have this opportunity like of garage sales. Like for example, the store that I'm at right now, like what I brought my kid to is like a used clothing store, right? And so you can actually buy clothing at a garage sale, you can buy clothing at a thrift shop, and if it's good clothing, you can bring it and you can actually sell it at these upscale used clothing thrifting shops. You can do this in other countries like Japan too, but it's easiest to do here because there is so much stuff that just gets thrown in the garbage or piled on a garage sale. So here's a great example. This morning, I went to a little garage sale thing that was set up by an elementary school, an upscale neighborhood. They're raising money to like help pay for the kids for a little trip that the kids are going to take, and that's all really cool. So a bunch of families donated stuff, and one guy who has his kids go there, he does house cleanouts for like houses that are being sold where people have died or whatever. And he had a bunch of stuff that he donated. And so the people selling it, they didn't care what it was. It wasn't their stuff. It was just stuff that was donated to them to raise money for their kids. And part of that stuff was about 100 ties. Now I blew it on this. Okay, I totally blew it. I didn't blow it completely, but I did blow it. Like these guys bringing out all these ties, and I was like, oh, those look like some nice ties. He's like, yeah, a buck each. And so I looked through it, and I was like, whoa, a lot of these are like Hermes and like Burberry and Brooks Brothers, and like they're all silk ties. And I was like, how much are they? He's like $1 each, and I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, and told me the story about it. He got them. He's like, we're just trying to raise a little bit of money, and so I bought 10 Hermes ties, Burberry ties, like just 10 of them. And what I should have done actually was be like, I'll just give you $20 for all 50 of them or whatever. Because I think the majority of them were like Hermes. Now, the thing with an Hermes tie is like sometimes you can find an Hermes tie on eBay for, 10 or $20. But for the most part, an Hermes tie is going to cost you 80, 100, 200, $300. So, yeah, I, I walked by some money there. There was this other guy that didn't walk by. He like was behind me, and like saw what I was getting and was just like, and I'm pretty sure that he bought the rest of them. So that ship sailed. You got to pull the trigger quick when you find something like that. But, I got probably, I don't know, $800 worth of ties for $80 and I can pretty easily sell those on eBay and get the money from them. So there's there's one very easy example of money that can be found. Now, part of it is knowing what you can sell and what you can't. And the only way to do that is to sell stuff. You have to lift You have to you have to list stuff on eBay, you have to go to swap meets, you have to, like, see what people are buying, you have to, like, go to these kinda sales and see what people are selling and what they're buying and what people want and what they don't want, but it's not impossible by any means, and this knowledge, for me, it's been, like, a lot of years of doing this kinda thing, but even somebody just starting could really find a way to do this, and, this is my site is called Indignified, is it dignified to, like, be rummaging in the garbage? No, it's not, but, you know, $35 in free tools or in free money for stopping and asking that guy if I could take the tools that he just piled on his garbage can, and I don't know. So, that's the thing I do love about America is that the opportunity to buy stuff is really big. Like, there's a big opportunity, to do that, and I think if at some point I do have to come back here and I have to really knuckle down, I'm gonna knuckle down again and do what I did before, just, like, hardcore buying, selling, taking the opportunities, doing the research, doing the cleaning, and figuring out what needs to be done, and building a business from that, and then other opportunities come. Now, some of you that know me, you might know that in the past, when I brought my family from Morocco, my daughter was a naturalized American citizen because she was born my daughter, and we got a consular birth abroad for her. Um, my ex-wife was not an American citizen; she is now. But when I brought them to the United States from Morocco, where we'd been living for about 5 years, um, the recession was still kind of going on and there wasn't a lot happening, and we didn't have a lot of money, and we didn't have a lot of support from other people, and so what we did was exactly what I just described. Like, we hit garage sales, we hit estate sales, we ran estate sales, we did so much of that. I did so much of that, and eventually it led to me opening up a store, running an antique store, running estate sales for other people, doing a big liquidations business, and then seeing an opportunity that came up and starting a business. So you can do that too. Aloha. That's it for now.